Well, hi guys. Haven't done this in a while. For those of you who might remember, I used to do these Walmart live streams all the time because I was always sitting in a freaking Walmart parking lot. I guess I am now too. So, what is up, John McKenzie? How are you, sir? S. What is up, Mystery Snail Gardens? Hi. So yes, I'm in a freaking Walmart parking lot. Hi, Adele. How are you? I can actually even see the screen from here. Unbelievable. But yeah, the girls are inside shopping, and I don't need anything in there. And so I don't want to be in there. I freaking hate Walmart. But oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. The move is well, move should have been uh, better than it is right now, but it's coming together. It's coming together. Hey Sam, how are you, man? So yeah, I went up yesterday and spent most of the day up there. It's a freaking 3 hour drive, man. It's a 3 hour drive up. You cram in as much as you can get done, and then turn around and drive back 3 hours again. And I know some of you people commute like that all the time, but I'm just not one of them. I hate freaking driving. I hate it. What's up, Geek Boy? How are you? What is up, Lori? How are you? um, yeah. Um, so it's tiring, and I have to do it again tomorrow. And I have to stop and pick up a shed on the way up. And when I say pick up, I mean disassemble and manage to fit onto the trailer and load it with other stuff and get it up there and unload it. And it's going to be another freaking long day. But it's worth it. It's going to be worth it in the end. I mean, all the stuff, I mean, God knows we're reduced to freaking camping at the moment. I still can't get the electricity turned on because in order to get the electricity turned on, I have to get a building permit. And I don't know what I'm going to build yet. So there's that. So I guess I'm going to get a building permit sometime in the next month or so for just a concrete pad for a mobile home. That way, they pretty much have to just go, hey, here's your building permit. And then I can get the electric turned on, even though there's an electric pole on the freaking place, and the water pump doesn't work. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get a new one, and man, it's like everything costs freaking more and more money, and it's crazy. Hey, Steven, how are you, man? Bob, how are you, brother? Um, so we're working on it. We're working on it. It's gonna be a good spot. It really is. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's just gonna take forever. What's up, Ray? Um, I don't know. It's a process. It's a process. It's gonna take a long time. But I guess next week I'm gonna run a backhoe, which should pretty much make me broke. And but I'll get it in there and I'll be able to dig out the holes for the sumps. I'm putting in 375-gallon sumps, two freshwater and one saltwater, and they're basically underground. Those IBC totes. They're going to go under, and then water's going to flow out all the tanks. Now the pools via gravity down into the ground, follow the PVC back to the specified sump, and then I'll use pumps to pump it back, and use a big um, 4-inch or 6-inch sewer line pipe, PVC pipe, to create a splitter, and then I'll run regular hose from the splitters to each one of the tanks, to the pools and whatnot. And I think it's going to work out really well, but it's a thing. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's just such a job. And Liz is helpful. Liz is pretty physically functional. I can get her to lift stuff and move stuff and all that sort of thing. What's up, Catfish Nation? How are you, Jimmy P? So I mean, I have a little physical help, and Sam, if I can ever get Sam to come out again. I don't think he liked to drive the last time, and my buddy Victor is getting eye surgery. So actually, I think they're going to cut his freaking corneas out and put new corneas in. like probably the most horrifying experience I can possibly imagine. But he's going to be, he'll get up and help again after the eye stuff, but that could be weeks. I don't know. I really need physical help. I've got Aquafunk, who promised to help me move, but I have to schedule a day with him to come drag some stuff around. And other than that, old Sam there, who I have to dig out and get him going. Of course, Sam, if I'm going to go looking after your fish this weekend while you're gone, you owe me one, buddy. So yeah, but I got to get the fence put up. I keep trying to prioritize and decide, what is going to be the most important thing to do. Do I need to get the dog fence up? Well, yeah. Do I need to get the sumps in? Yeah. Do I need to get the freaking RV moved again because the guy who moved it there in the first place screwed up and didn't put it in the right place? Yeah. Do I need to clear the land of trash that didn't get moved by the front loader? Well, yeah. And I need to do it all. I need to do it all at the same time. What's up, Bigfoot? How are you, man? Yeah, Steven, I know, brother. I know. Lots of people, if they lived close, would be here, but nobody lives close. Everybody's freaking hundreds of miles away. I get it. And I mean, the other thing is that, the place that we're moving to is far away from everything too. I mean, Trenton is in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's not a one horse town, but maybe there's two. And I mean, it's a beautiful spot. It's absolutely beautiful. The Crystal River is right there, which is literally 30 feet to the bottom. You can see through it like it's glass, like it's air, like you're flying. Swanee River, which is full of just amazing fish. Jenny Springs, which is clear like Crystal River, and you can swim around in it, and scuba dive, and all sorts of stuff. Which all this stuff is stuff I hope to get to, but I got to build the damn place so that we can live in it properly first. So I've got 3 gas generators, which I'm going to drag out with me. That's going to cost a fortune to run, but I'll try and run them, only when necessary. The stove and the oven run on propane. I've got a grill. I mean, we're basically going to be camping. I'm going to be camping. And I don't know. It'll be cool. It will be cool. Some of the things, I mean, like so if you guys haven't seen the Amazon needs list, it's not a wish list, man. It's a needs list. There's a bunch of stuff on there that I have to buy. And I mean, I'm going to scrape it up and do what I can with it. But I really don't have any new jobs out there yet because as far as Google is concerned, our company, Paradise Pressure Washing, is still here in Bradenton, and it won't do anything to show it off there. So I'm going to have to buy AdWords just to get us up over there so I can get some freaking work in. And then I'm moving from a place that has, 500,000, well, no, over 1 million residents to a place that has 39,000 in a county. So it's going from, lots of work to sparse trying to figure out where the work is. I think I'm going to have to drive to Gainesville. Gainesville is about a 45-minute drive, but there's a lot more people there, and so maybe I can get some work in the Gainesville area, and then and also the work around where we are, locally. There's some work out there. It's just going to be few and far between, and I'm going to have to really hit it and find it. But if you look at our Paradise Pressure Washing listing on Google, you'll see that we have 100 freaking 5-star reviews. So I'm pretty sure that if I carry that over out there, I shouldn't have any trouble finding work. And I'm gonna have to get back to doing some programming at some point too. Except I can't. It's gonna be a while because we actually don't have internet out there. I signed up for Starlink, which is well, I don't know. You can look it up, Starlink, and it's supposed to be just spectacular internet service, except that for satellite, but they delayed it because they couldn't get some silicon or something to build the last satellites. The satellites went up late, so now I'm 6 or 8 months out from getting internet out there. So, yeah, I guess I'll be using my phone for for that. I don't know if I'm choppy right now, if I'm clean or not. Hopefully it's not choppy and it's pretty good. If it's choppy, then you can expect more of this from out there because my data connection is not quite as good there as it is here. Uh, yeah, Stephen, it was supposed to be here now, but it ain't. Wait, Ray, do you live near me? Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're in Lake City. Okay, okay, that's fairly close. I appreciate that, Ray. Yeah, well, yeah, nothing crazy has happened yet. That doesn't mean it won't. It is Walmart parking lot. Anything could happen. Probably the crazy stuff that's going on is all Liz. So, as long as it's Liz and I know where it's coming from, it's all good. I'll tell you what. Um, been sitting out here before I started the stream. I was sitting out here for about half an hour or something. No, half an hour. And I'm watching the Salvation Army lady over here in front of the place. And in past years, people would come out of Salvation Army and or come out of the door, and just about everybody would tuck a buck into the Salvation Army bin or a couple of bucks or whatever. Nobody, man. She's just sitting there. People aren't donating this year. It's weird. I mean, normally, people are really on it, and I don't know. I don't know. It's rough. What are we Merry Christmasing? Oh, thank you, Adele. That is freaking awesome. That will help. We got two arowanas in, and they're in the pools and they're safe at the moment because they're young and their jumping appears to be pretty well. I mean, they still jump a little bit, but they don't seem to get over the edge of the pool at the moment. But another couple of months, they're gonna be jumping 5 feet. So I've got to put something over them to make sure they don't get in there. The other problem is that um, after one day's time, there were probably 500 freaking leaves in one of the pool I put up. It was only up for 24 hours and it was just full of leaves. So I'm definitely going to have to work that out. I need to put those screens up in a kind of a teepee shape so that the leaves drop off and go to the sides of the pool and not in the pool. And I'm going to be buried in critter nets. Hey, I am good with critter nets. I will take critter nets all freaking day long. We got critters. I mean, it's out in the freaking country. There are critters everywhere. And really hoping the fence holds up. I got to go out. So tomorrow I'm going out. I'm going to pick up the shed. I hope it doesn't take me too long. I'm going to have to disassemble it. So it's definitely going to take some doing and some time to do that and get it on the trailer. But I'm hoping it doesn't take too long because I'd really like to at least get the fence up tomorrow. If I can get out there and get some concrete in and get some concrete holes in and get fence in, that would be a big step toward being able to actually move into it. The sheriff is probably going to show up at my house on the 15th to throw me out. Only my cousin who threw us out did a stupid thing and forgot to put my wife's name and put Liz's name on the eviction notice. So on the 15th, they're going to answer the sheriff and tell him, sorry, he doesn't live here. Have a nice day. And they can stay in the house and for at least a little while longer while we can get stuff worked out. At least I hope that's how it happens. Jenny Lynn, how are you? Is that Jason? Hey, Jason, how are you, man? So, I don't know. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. I have this vision. I have this vision of this place. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. It's all about time and money and work. And since I don't have internet, I'm going to have plenty of time for work. If I can get the fences up, if I can get the sumps buried, I got to do all of this in like the next. Oh, I don't know. Next week. It's all got to be next week. I got to get the fence up. And I can't really even put the fence up yet because the freaking RV is in the wrong damn place because that guy pulled it in wrong. It's in the middle of the night. I don't know why he didn't show up until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's a 3-hour drive. So by the time we got there, it was dark. And it's a big. The RV is a big thing. It's a 40-foot, fifth wheel. It's a big thing. And I don't know. He got scared as he was pulling it in, and he turned sharp instead of waiting it out for another 8 feet. And so by doing that, when he turned in, he dragged the wheels into the dirt instead of keeping them on the hard rock, and it just got stuck. He just couldn't pull it anymore. So the thing's all cattywampus and not on the pad and sitting sideways, and like it's off kilter. I can't even get the sides out properly because it's not level. So I've got to get somebody in there to level it, which is another $200, $300. I don't know, whatever. We'd have to take a loan just to eat. But anyway, so he got it in there. It's all wrong. So I have to get sometime first of the week. I've got to get somebody to move it first before I can do anything else. It's got to get moved and straightened out so that it can sit right and in the right place, and then I can put the fence up around it. I can't even put. I could go out and put the fence up tomorrow, but I really can't even put it in the right place. I could put it kind of in the right place, but I'm going to have to. I guess I'm going to have to run some hog wire between where the ends of the posts are and the actual fifth wheel. If I do that, because I'm going to be at least 5 feet off of where it should be, because the camper is kind of in the way right now. Not to mention, if I put the fence up, it's going to screw up the truck being able to get into position too. So I may not be able to do that at all. I can't even plan. It's like I want to plan, but I really can't. Hey, if anybody wants to come up, please feel free to come up. I think I put the link at the top of the chat. And as much as I'm great at blithering idly for hours and droning on all by myself, it's better to have somebody to chat to. Ray, you can have it moved. You got a fifth, or you got a big old dually. I talked to a guy the day before yesterday who's got a big dually, and he's near us. He's right nearby, but he blew his transmission, so I have to wait for him to get his transmission fixed before he's able to get out there and pull it. I need a big 350 or 400 freaking diesel dually that can pull that thing. The guy that moved it had a 250, single wheel, and it did okay right up until he got stuck, and then he was stuck. And he had street tires on it too, and this is dirt, so like whatever it is has to be. It's got to dig in a little bit, or it's just going to get stuck. It's sand. It's sand. It's freaking Florida sand. An F-250 could probably do it, Ray, but it's got to be a dually. If it's not a dually, it's not. I don't think it's moving it. The thing's freaking 25,000 pounds and stuck. Show the area, please. Well, I can't right now unless you want to see Walmart parking lot, which is not all that exciting. But I did put up a video a couple hours ago that's got that shows the area. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm certainly willing to give it a shot. The guy who had the truck out there had a 250, and it was a single wheelbase, but street tires on it. So pulling it out of the dirt was something. I've got this thought that maybe I can use those 30,000 pound car jacks or something, and lift it up high enough to get some rock underneath it to get the wheels rolling again. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. But Ray, I would appreciate it. I certainly, I'll give anything a shot. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to come out and go, oh shit, yeah, I really can't move that. But yeah, if I can get that straightened out, I got to get that straightened out. I mean, it's like everything has to fall into place at the same time. You know, I got to get the trailer straightened out. I got to get the fence up because I can't take the dogs out there without having the fence up. They can't be cooped up in a 40-foot trailer for more than, you know, a day. I've got to get the sumps in because otherwise I got no filtration for the fish. I need bubblers too, man. I've got two 4-valve, I think. No, 1 to 10 valve. The other's a 4-valve. And I'm going to try and set them up in the middle and run air hose out to as much as I can. The problem is that A, I don't have that much air hose, which I guess I'll have to figure out too. But the big problem is that if the bubblers aren't fairly close to the tanks, they lose pressure down the length of the hose, and so you don't get many bubbles when you get to the end of it. So you need them, you know, 15 feet is about as far as you can go, and I'm talking about trying to go 30 and 40. So that's interesting. And I still have to get the new well pump. I'm thinking about I might, since I can't put up the fence when I get out there tomorrow, maybe after I unload the trailer, I'll take apart the old well pump and see if I can sand it down and make it, because it's a good well pump. It's just 30 years old and rusted out, and it does actually run, but you can hear it scraping and scratching and you know, sounding like it's ready to die any moment. The amount of water that it managed to pump was maybe a gallon every 3 hours. I don't know. It was really bad, but maybe I can fix it. I don't know. I'm certainly willing to take some machinery apart and put it back together and see what happens. How is the day wheel? Well, so the day wheel is runs like a char. I had a guy come over to look at it 2 or 3 days ago. I'm asking $300 for it. The scrapyard will actually give me $500 for it, but I really hate to see it fucking go in a scrapyard and not drive anymore, because you can walk out without even stepping on the gas, turn the key, and it starts right up, and that car runs. It has fish tank parts in it, and that car runs as well as any other new car. I mean, it's ugly. God knows it's ugly, but it runs, and I hate to see it. I hate to see it be the last of its kind thrown into a junkyard for, you know, parts that nobody wants. John, I don't know, man. That pump needs a lot. But you know, I mean, it's a $700 pump. I was looking at, you know, to try and replace it pump for pump, and it's $700 freaking dollars to get that freaking pump. So it seems like it would be better to rebuild it than to scrap it. Problem is that, you know, everything I have is on a freaking time frame. Everything I have to do is you know, 5 minutes from now I need it done. And oops. So you know, that's a thing that I would really like to do. I would love to rebuild that freaking pump, but it's just another thing I don't have time for. So it's another thing I don't have time for. So I would like to actually replace it with another pump and stick it off on the side for a project and fix it, so I have a backup. And actually, if I can fix it better than, you know, as well as new, I'll probably replace it, you know, put it back in place and keep the other one as a backup. It sucks too, because I've got a really nice well pump that was donated about a year and a half ago. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love it. But it's not a jet pump. And my well is a 2-inch jet well, and without the proper pump, you don't get water. You know, so I think the one I've got is a centrifugal non-convertible. But I'm going to end up using it to pump water back to the tanks anyway. Basically, it'll send enough water pressure and enough water back to the tanks after they've drained into the sumps, that I won't have to use more than one pump. I'll have to use one for salt water and one for fresh water, but that should be enough. So we're up to, I guess we're going to have 4 pools to start with. The big round pool will be the gooseneck. have the adapter. I have a gooseneck adapter. Oh, do I have a gooseneck adapter? There is a gooseneck on the fifth wheel. I do not have a. I don't have the fifth wheel hitch. That's the other thing. Is that whoever it is that pulls this thing has to already have a fifth wheel hitch, and that's why I was calling around to other trailer parks, because they have guys that move their trailers around for their residents. So anyway, that's what I was doing. Anyway, so the big round pool, I think it's going to be saltwater. That way we have the ability to rescue a real variant of saltwater fish that we haven't been able to do before. Like, we'll be able to put in, all sorts of distressed animals that are local to us. And that'll be cool, sea turtles and that sort of thing that we'll be able to, rehabilitate and put back in the ocean. So I think that's probably the plan for the big round. But so that leaves us with three, fairly decent sized freshwater pools. I'm going to need three more, but they're not necessary for the move. I can use the three I've got for the move and get them situated. And all the tanks are going up outside. I'm kind of, I've got this foam that I picked up. I was going to build a tank out of it, but I'm going to use it as the base to set the tanks on temporarily until I can get concrete out. So I did a bunch of calling around, and mixing my own concrete saves me about $80 for the pad that I need to put down, or I can actually have the concrete company come out and dump it. So I guess I'm gonna have the concrete company come out and dump it. But we're down to about $4,000 right now is our total absolute drop dead, money we can spend on finishing off this move. We had to get some stuff to, get the house, get the property, and get the fifth wheel, and needed a vehicle, and needed freaking trailers, which luckily I can resell 2 of the trailers when I'm done with them, but it's gonna take a while. Yeah, so we're broke, but we're gonna work it out. We're gonna do it with what we got, get it worked out as close to where it is as humanly possible, and hopefully we'll start getting some pressure washing jobs out there and get to work. And yeah, it'll be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be freaking amazing, actually. It's just gonna take time to get to freaking amazing. And let's see what else. Oh, I have to replace the freaking floor in the RV in one spot. We kind of got ripped off on the RV. I mean, like, we got a really big RV, which is useful when you have someone in a wheelchair. But we kind of got hosed on it, and the floor on one of the slides is rotted out, so I have to do that. Maybe that's a thing I can do tomorrow. Maybe that's like that's actually a top priority, because Heather really can't live in it until that slide is fixed. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And then I got to build a deck. I think I'm actually going to steal a deck from the neighbors. So there's two abandoned houses across the street. One of which is just full blown abandoned. The lady who lived in it, like, went nuts, freaked out, whatever, and her husband couldn't handle it, and I think took her to a mental ward, and then he bailed on the property. So the property's just sitting there. And has been for like 3 or 4 years now. It's not like it's abandoned just yesterday. And then there's another one down the road that got burned down, and it's just sitting there, burnt 3/4 of the way to the ground, with the exception of this nice deck that is still attached to it and still, like, functional. And so I think I'm going to go over there and tear it off the wall. It's not like anybody who comes in there is going to demolish the place. So, and actually, I'm going to try and buy that property too. It's literally right across the street. It's abandoned. Taxes on it haven't been paid, and so there's the possibility of picking it up for a song once we get settled in a little bit. My friend has pressure washing business. He's been doing painting on parking lines as well for business. Painting on parking lots. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, Geek Boy, they are kind of, you know, but when that's what you can live in, that's what you can get to live in. And I found mobile homes, used mobile homes that I could afford that were in the right price range. The problem is that they are not hurricane rated properly, and therefore the county won't give me a building permit to put them in. Yeah, yeah, that's how that works. So the RV is actually not allowed to be there, but I don't have to report it either. So it can hang out until I can get the concrete pad in and get building permits for that, and um, then I can use the property as collateral to take a loan out for a prefab house, not a freaking regular trailer, but one of those prefabs, and get that put on. And yeah, so that'll be cool. It's just way far away. Yeah, exactly, collab. I mean, so there's the two properties across the street. The one is the crazy person who bailed, but the taxes on it have been paid. The other one is next door to that with the burned down house on it, and the taxes on it have not been paid. So I could potentially get with the county and see if I can get a hold of that piece of property and get it for nothing. I mean, sometimes those places go for a couple of grand. Um, and if I could get those two pieces of property across the street, the rescue would be huge. We'd be able to. They're both half-acre lots too, so that would be an acre next to each other plus the half acre that we're on right now, which is across the street. And that'd be pretty good size. But one thing after the other, got to get life worked out first. but I also feel like I need to track down that property and see if I can get it worked out. Get it at least in progress so I can figure out what to do with it if it does come along. I mean, maybe it's a pipe dream, maybe it's not. I don't know. There's also another half an acre that's actually directly behind my property that is just wooded land, and I couldn't figure out who the owner on it was. But I mean, I may buy up this whole freaking neighborhood once I get settled a little bit and can actually use the property as credit. My biggest problem is I don't use credit. I've never used credit my entire life. I've never used credit. I don't buy things on credit. I don't do it. If I don't have the money, I don't buy it. So I have no credit rating. I have zero credit rating, which personally, in my opinion, means I should have great credit because I don't pay for shit unless I can pay for it. But the banks don't see it that way. So I'm in the process of doing a little credit building with a secured loan so that I can, use a couple $100 off of it once in a while and throw another couple, and then pay it off and keep doing that for a year. And it'll be the only, the only credit or the only loan I have, and it'll be paid on time because I'm not going to spend the money on anything other than spending the money on it. So, so it should increase my credit line pretty quickly. By the end of the year, I should have enough that I can go in and say, hey, I want a mortgage on this property. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, I know, S. But we'll get the fact that I don't have any debt, none whatsoever, zero, and that I don't owe anybody anything at all, including on my property, I think for the right bank will make sense. I hope anyway. So I probably haven't told you guys a story on my truck. So I bought a truck because I couldn't continue to borrow Chuck's truck, and Chuck's truck broke down for a while anyway, and it's going to cost him money to fix it. He doesn't use that damn thing anyway, so he didn't really want to put money in it to fix it. So blah blah blah. Anyway, so I bought a truck. I bought a 2005 Cadillac XST because I got it for $4,700 with 130,000 miles on it. I know, right? It is beautiful and it runs like a top. And I'm super excited about it. It's a great freaking car. However, the guy who sold it to me gave me a title that was useless because the guy who sold it to him gave it to him and then immediately went out and got a duplicate title and tried to run a fraud on him. So I ended up with a truck with no title. Special. But I went down and, played Florida man and had a chat with him. And I ended up with the real title, but it took about a month and a half. So I did end up with the title, and the truck is registered and all is well. But for about a month and a half there, I had a stolen truck, which was kind of fun. And but yeah, it's going to be a good work truck too. I've got the pressure washing rig all set up, and got the pressure washing rig all set up, and the truck runs good. It's freaking 8-cylinder, so it costs a freaking fortune in gas, but it can pull anything, so that's good. Yes, ma'am, Adele. Sometimes you have to pull out your inner Florida man. Especially when it's somebody who's not accustomed to how we take care of business in Florida. No interest CCS. Yeah, I've got a. What I did is I took a little bit of money and went and got a secured loan. It's a secured line of credit. Actually, it's not an actual. You don't put it in and they hand you $1,000. You put it in and they give you a secured line of credit that you can, spend on things. It's like a credit card kind of. But for me, basically, all I'm going to do is take out $100, put it in an envelope, wait a month and go pay it off, and then take out $100, wait a month and pay it off. Take out $100, wait a month and pay it off. That way, it's just the same money paying off the bill as came out. I'm not spending it on crap that's unnecessary. And that'll build it. I mean, it's not the greatest building in the world, but it's some building. And it will, by the end of next year, I should have enough that I can use the property as collateral to get a mortgage and, show enough income. And we'll see. Anyway, that's the plan. So let's see what else is going on. So Liz and I have been driving back and forth. The freaking drive is a monster. It's an absolute monster. And Liz hates it even more because I don't listen to her freaking dance music. I listen to blues and southern rock and that sort of stuff on the way up, and it just makes her absolutely insane. So not only is it a 3-hour drive, but it's also 3 hours of torture for her. And she's just gonna have to get over it. Have you considered meth operation out of there? You got the remote property RV, and what else do you need? Well, Stephen, probably meth. And since I'm not really the meth kind, I guess that's just gonna have to go by the wayside. Meth, even. Actually, I think the burnt down house across the street may have been a meth lab. Actually, I talked to the neighbors who are Argentinian and speak very, very little English. But what I gathered from the bit of conversation we had is that the burnt down house may very well have been a meth lab. So there's that. So let's see. Liz and Heather are happy. There is a Walmart within about 3.5 minutes. Yeah. There's also a Tractor Supply, which makes me happy. The nearest Tractor Supply here is about 30 minutes away. So having a Tractor Supply, within rolling distance is convenient. And there's also a Hardee's, which, by the way, I don't know if you've been to a Hardee's recently, but Hardee's has blown their freaking minds. They have decided that it's a $40 visit to feed 3 people at Hardee's, which, wow. Hardee's used to be cheap. Not anymore, man. I wish you guys could see the fat lady behind me. She's interesting. Anyway, not going to show you. Sounds like I'm a perfect candidate for a meth lab. I won't be consuming my product or eating into my profits. So anyway, we won't be starting a meth lab. We will, however, be starting a breeding program. So the 3 of the bins are going in to be sumps. There's 2 freshwater bins and a saltwater bin. Those are going to be sumps. They'll be buried. They'll be great. It's going to be amazing. However, I picked up 5 bins. So that leaves me with, let's see, there's the 3 that are going to be, I have 6 total. I picked up 5 bins. I have 6 total. So 3 are going to go into the into sumps, and the other 3 are going to be breeding colonies. And I still need probably 4 more. Well, 2 to 4 more. But they're going to be breeding colonies. So one of the things that happened, if you've been watching the channel at all, is we went and had this huge freaking rescue that are all African cichlids. Steph! Hi, Steph. How are you? Hi, Jerome. If I didn't say hi to you, I thought I said hi to you earlier, but sometimes I miss people. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we're going to breed the African cichlids. We're definitely going to breed the OB peacocks, these really beautiful orange and black OBs. And then there are these, I think they are electric blue Sokolofi. So we're going to breed those guys too. The other thing is that the area we're in does not have a fish store. Nope. They got no pet store. Nearest one that I could find is in Crystal River, and that's an hour and a half away. So we will have the market on fish, and the breeding program will allow us to do that without screwing up the our own ethical situation of selling fish that are rescued. We absolutely will never do that. But I can certainly sell fish that we breed. So 3 of those bins are going to be breeding program for Africans, and then we'll get 2 or 3 more of them, and we'll start a breeding program for, I think, angelfish and undecided, something interesting. So that will give us an interesting thing to do, plus some sort of income. And the other thing is when we go on rescues, it's rare that when we go on a big rescue, somebody doesn't make some sort of donation. I mean, sometimes they don't, but a lot of the time, we'll go out and or sometimes we'll go out and they'll say, "Thank you, you got fish," and we're like, "Okay, well, I guess we got fish." But other times, they'll hand us a $50 bill or a check for $100 or something, and that works. I mean, if we could run 3 or 4 of those a day, and people, made a donation that was worth a shit, we'd be able to sustain on that to some extent, But it costs us the drive from, say, from here where we are right now in Bradenton to stay down to Sarasota is about $25 worth of gas. But when you go a little farther, all of a sudden it's $50 worth of gas or $100 worth of gas. And from where we're going to be located, it's almost $50 worth of gas just to get the hell out of town. I mean, it's a heck of a drive. What up, Roundhouse? How are you, brother? Yeah, Roundhouse, if we build it, they will come, and that's going to happen. That's going to happen. I mean, I've got a plan. You ever, well, I don't, if you guys live in Florida or Texas, you're used to seeing ranch signs, these big, people put put 2 big poles at the front of their property, and they put this big arched wooden banner over the top, and it says something like H&S Ranch or Bulls Ranch or, whatever the hell it is. And so we're going to do a Florida Fish Rescue entrance like that, and then also some feather flag signs. So it's going to be more than just pulling up to the yard.
Good morning.
Adele. Hi, Adele. How are you?
Hi, Mike. I'm good.
Were you sick
How
of
are you?
ramble?
A little bit. No, I just wanted to come and say hi. It's been a minute.
It has been a long minute. It has been a real honest to God minute. We really I just haven't had, you know what it is? It's not even that I don't have time. Like, I could find time probably.
Well,
but I've been so stressed out, and there's been so much just negative bullshit, between trying to figure stuff out and not knowing what I'm doing and, running out of money and that sort of stuff, that I just didn't want to bring that. Yeah. I just didn't want to bring it live. So,
look,
so now that
we
we're in a better place,
we get it.
Yeah. So now that we're in a better place and things are getting better, I feel like we can start back again and start coming back to where we're supposed to be. Unfortunately, I think our
Well,
live streams are going to be bunk for a while because I really don't think we're going to be able to get internet connection out there that's worth a shit. So
yeah. Yeah, it
you know,
seems
but
like it's
that's
just
okay.
that sort of location, but you know,
It is. Once we get Starlink in, it'll be great. I mean, we're going to get 200 megabits of freaking speed, which is ridiculous for a satellite.
that sounds all right. That
But it,
sounds
but
great,
it,
actually.
I know, right? But it was they were actually supposed to deliver it this month. And then they sent me a letter that said, no, you're not getting it until next year.
Oh, that's a bit
So that
crappy.
sucks. That sucks. The other thing is I'm terrified about having stuff delivered out there because, there's nobody there, So
Yes.
they're dropping stuff
Well,
off, and it just basically is sitting outside waiting for me to make a trip up there. And sometimes I don't go up I go up at least every 4 days, but sometimes
so
it
I
drags out
did
a little
send
bit.
you the invoice. I sent you the invoice for the mesh that I bought for you.
You are awesome. Thank you.
And that should tell you. I think it's Monday the 13th or something.
Okay.
It
That's
says
cool.
it's
That's
been
great.
delivered.
That's awesome.
So it's quite quick.
I'm going to be up.
I didn't
Yeah, I'm going to
realize.
be up there a lot. Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they are quick, man. Amazon doesn't screw around. They get their stuff out there. It's weird. The
Yeah.
guy that delivered stuff yesterday was in a Penske truck. It was from Amazon, but
I didn't realize I still had I had some money from a gift card a friend got me like 6 months ago. So
awesome.
that paid for your mesh.
Thank you so much. It's going to help. It's going to help a ton. I'm terrified of. I mean, the first thing I'm terrified of is freaking raccoons, because there are lots of them. And luckily, the neighbor has hunting dogs that he lets kind of run just free, and so the raccoons don't like to come up onto the property because those hunting dogs are running around looking for something to chew on. So, well,
the raccoon chew toy.
Yeah, unfortunately, my dogs are also chew toys, so I have to be really careful and make sure they get protected. But but I'm terrified. I'm terrified of raccoons, and then secondly, I'm terrified of the freaking leaves falling in there. Not because leaves are bad for fish,
I saw
by themselves, but but lots
I
of them.
saw on your
bad.
video with that outdoor pool that you've got set up. So I thought, well, that mesh will come in really handy.
It certainly will. Thank you. Yeah, they're all outdoor pools. Everything is outdoors. I don't have anything to make indoors at the moment. I can't take them into the freaking RV. The floor will go through.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everything's
While
outside.
I'm working, I've got a little bit of money, so I can get you some of the smaller items like your Cure.
Adele, you're freaking awesome. Thank you so much. And I mean, I'm like I said, we've still got
and I've got your address now, so I've got your address now. So if I see something on Amazon, I can just send it to
you. You're awesome, Adele. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's all right. Look, you do the same for anyone else in the fish fam, and I am. Yeah, I've got a bad connection. Yep. I'm trying to find something that I'm not going to break up.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be doing a lot of that in the future here, because when I was out there, I was only getting like there were moments I was getting 3 bars, but most of the time I was getting like 1.5. But Sam, my buddy Sam, was out there and he's on Sprint, and he was getting 4 bars all the time he was out there. So I may just have to change my carrier. But we shall see.
That might do it.
Just Sprint is so stupid expensive. Ridiculous.
Chewy's in the chat. There we go. Hello, Chewy.
Hey, Chewy, how are you?
Yeah, like you get what you pay for, I suppose. Like you've got a lot going on at the moment. You've got more important things.
Oh, luckily, at
the
moment,
you get the floor in the RV sorted.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the hard part. Figuring out which parts.
And your pathways and whatnot down.
Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look.
Which you
Look
can't
who
do
showed up.
until you move the RV.
It's Adele.
Oh.
Hi!
Hi! Oh wow, I'm a mess.
Hello, lovely. Oh, it's okay, so am I. It's my
The
day
girls are
off. I
finally.
look like death.
No, I'm sure you're gorgeous. I can't see you right now, but I'm sure you're great. Hey, we scored some maple donuts.
Ooh, maple donuts. See, that's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So I've been blithering here for the last hour,
Okay,
and Adele came up and saved me finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're streaming you.
Oh crap! Oh, this is live.
I didn't actually see the StreamYard link initially, so there you go. I finally saw it. Oh no! Come back, Mike! He's left me up here alone. Oh no! It's my show now.
Whoops,
So
I
it's a
accidentally
lovely
myself.
day today. I don't know if anyone's on the video from last night, but
It's been a nice day here too. It has been.
oh, it's fantastic. So far, so good. Like blue skies. We're getting more storms this afternoon, so we've been
Right.
getting a lot of rain and a lot of thunderstorms. There was even some big chunks of hail last night. So
Oh,
this is
yeah, I don't like hail.
supposed to be our wettest summer on record for the last 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, not either. It doesn't bother me too much here because my car's undercover.
Okay.
So
You're not in a flood zone or anything, are you, hon?
yeah, it's interesting.
Are you in a flood
Heather?
zone? She asked if you're in a flood zone.
No, not in a flood zone. No,
No.
I'm up a little bit higher here.
Oh, thank you.
So
Yeah, I don't think we are. We're not listed as a flood zone,
okay.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Hey, weird t-shirt.
Well, it might just be good to make
right.
the high points in the area, just in case.
Look it. Check this out. Hold on. Sorry. This is important. That's a blue. Oh, that we got.
That's not maple.
No, look at.
Okay.
Oh, that's maple.
And that's maple.
96 cents.
Right?
Donuts.
And that's maple. We got a
store in maple donuts for 96 cents.
and double filled Bavarians.
And Bavarians for 96 cents.
Oh no, you're making me hungry. Yeah, I want
wish you were
donuts.
here, darling. I would hook you up with some donuts, baby.
I'm shopping in a minute. I've got to go shopping very soon, so I just started to get ready to go out.
Right.
I'm buying heaps of Christmas crap for work. I've got a couple of Christmas shirts and some stuff for my hair. I have this light-up necklace, which I'm interested to try.
Oh, is he getting all pretty?
Actually, I want to see if that works.
Hey, look, it's a roundhouse.
Oh, no.
Yep.
What is up, roundhouse?
Oh
Not
no!
much.
Oh, Yugoslavia! Got it.
I already did. Oh, Poland.
Picture.
You missed it. No, you missed it. It was in the chat.
I did, because I'm not looking at chat. I'm not looking at chat.
Yeah, well, not my problem.
So, hi, everybody.
I should be, but it's hard on my phone.
So I figure I give the
We
after
miss
water
you too,
change view.
Heather. Oh, cool. I've never seen all your chats at once like that.
Oh, that's just 4 of them. There's 6 more behind the camera.
Oh my gosh, it's
and
so cute.
3 more to the right of the camera.
I'm gonna look like a Christmas tree.
Yay, festive.
Very nice.
I'm gonna look like a Christmas tree at work. It's so cute. Best $3.50 I ever spent.
Just stay away from dogs.
About $4.
Adele, just stay away from dogs.
I'm trying to get
I'm not sure how this is going to work out.
Stay away from dogs.
Yeah.
At this rate, I might have to stay away from people who have seizures.
Well, if you're a Christmas tree, you don't want a dog peeing on it. That's my point.
Yeah, just don't stand still very long.
Yep.
True.
She gets it.
Yeah.
So I'm not actually trying to kill us. Liz just thinks we are. I am.
I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, you should have seen my ma driving the 78 Continental the other day. Oh my God, Jesus. She got for some reason, she has it into her mind that the stripe should be underneath the car now.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh good.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So the covers don't suck. You just haven't got them on right. If you pop them back in, they'll be fine. The seat covers.
I thought they were already in.
They were improperly, but they've been since over the last couple of weeks been fudged around,
Right.
put out of space. That's a straight out to get it.
So I put a jerkwood in with the plecos.
Oh, so I've got some good news.
What?
So we got that. I also picked
Oh,
up
nice.
a couple little TP thermometers for Sam.
I have my license by January.
Yeah, because he needs those. So.
All right, guys, I'm driving. You have to entertain us.
Yeah, no, say that again, Adele.
Sorry, I'm moving around. My internet's crappy today. I should have my provisional car license by January.
What does that mean? I'm not from Canada. I don't know what they do up there.
That means I'll be able to drive my car on my own.
Oh,
so
take a driver's license.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
It's never going to die, is it?
Nope.
We're not the same. But we're not the same. No,
so wait,
it's not.
you don't.
And it never gets old. It's funny.
So pretty much, you're getting a driver's license, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but there's different levels here. So we go from a learner license, where you have to drive with someone who has their full license.
Okay, I never got that one.
So my provisional license means that I can drive on my own.
Okay.
And I have to hold that for a year without getting in trouble with the police or, getting in accidents, that sort of thing. And then I can go for my open license. So it's just slight restrictions. So there's some things that you can't do, which I think involve like using a GPS and that sort of thing. Yeah. It's just
I remember when I got my license.
Between learning to drive and then being
in America, you get your
license.
In America, you get your you take your driver's ed in school and you get your learner's permit. And then you can go, you take the class and you go.
We don't have driver's ed in school.
Except I didn't have money for a car when I was 16. So why take the driver's test? I ended up taking my driver's test. I didn't start driver's ed until I was 18 when I had my car. So I took the class long enough to get my learner's permit. I then got kicked out of the class.
Yeah.
Then and that day I went to the DMV, took my driving test on my parents' car, and drove to school the next day. And then the teacher called the cops on me.
That's hilarious.
Because I was driving illegally.
See,
but
for
I wasn't.
us, like that step between learner and full license is kind of. So when you're in your teens, you go for your learner license, you're driving your parents' car, and then maybe like the last couple of years of high school, you might get a second-hand beat-up car and be able to drive to school. Yeah, I'm a late bloomer. What can I say?
Well, the rule in our family was
needed a license. I've never had a car.
You don't. You're not getting a first. You know, the rule was you're not getting a car until you can afford the first month's payment and the insurance easily a month. What was that?
Yeah. So I'm at now. Pay my insurance. David Beckham. Respect. It smells so good. I got it yesterday.
Oh,
$19
I
for a
know what
bottle.
that is.
Oh yeah.
That's pot smoke and concealer. That's what it is.
Cologne.
Yeah, that's what I said. Pot smoke concealer.
It's what?
Pot smoke concealer.
It's not that good.
You don't want to be walking into a place thinking like a skunk.
Yeah, well, that's true. I don't smoke pot anymore, so I'm boring.
So I did water changes on all these 4 tanks today. So I got a total of 2,000 watts of heater going.
You've been busy.
Yeah, 2,000 watts of heater going though.
Oh,
500 watt each tank. I turned off another tank. I emptied it out because I'm condensing tanks pretty much. I took the driftwood from the tank and put it in the pleco tank.
Okay, so you're downgrading?
No, I'm just getting stuff together for another purchase. Yeah, I need room, so I'm condensing.
Oh, okay.
But I threw the driftwood in with the baby plecos, and thinking maybe that would help them. And then the other piece of driftwood with the hair, with the moss looking stuff growing on it, I put in the angel tank on the side that you're not seeing. I just, put it up against the side of the tank in front of the sponge. But hopefully they won't eat the
So
the
right
moss
where
stuff off
those
of it.
4 tanks are, how many tanks do you have in that area?
Well, that's the basement. And what it is, you walk in next to the 255s that you see on the left-hand side of the screen. That's the bottom part of the U.
Yeah.
The 55s with the angels, and then there's 220 highs next to it. And then behind the camera is a rack of 620 longs. 180 degrees from the bottom of the U is another section with a 38, a low boy, and a 40 breeder currently.
Oh, cool. Sorry, I'm just out and about.
The low boy you don't see much because it's really, honestly, to take video of the low boy, it really sucks because it's such a small tank, shallow wise.
Because you got to get, I'd love to do something with a low boy.
I mean, I love the low boy. If I can, I'll buy another one. They're great tanks.
Plant it out and I've just
I have mine as bare bottom.
MD fish tanks.
See here, it's leaves.
I'd want to scape it out.
The only thing I don't like is they don't make a hood for it.
I can't see outside.
You gotta make your own hood for it.
A low boy, yeah.
It's 4 foot by 2 foot by 10 inches. And to do video, the video, so you're not getting the frame, you got to be so close to the tank that you don't really see much. Yeah. There's so many possibilities of low boy. Shell dwellers, humpback llamas seem to do great in it. That's what I got in mine. A pleco tank. If you have a bunch, if you ever wanted to do a pure pleco tank, a low boy is the way to go.
I just realized Mike's left us unsupervised.
No, he said he was driving. So we're supposed to. He trusts. Yeah, for some reason he must be drunk. He trusts us too enough to.
We're holding down the fort.
Yeah.
Well, he might trust me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, he shouldn't trust me.
God.
Yeah, the hoods that they make for the lowboy are reptile hoods. They're not fish hoods. So right now, plus it looks like crap because right now I got styrofoam and stuff sitting on the top of the tank just to around the edges so the fish don't jump out. Eventually, I got to get a 2x2
makes
piece of
sense.
glass. That's going in. I'm doing a three-part hood, a 2x2 square in the middle, and then I'm going to have a small space in between the glass where the air tubes will go in for the sponge filters, and then 2 more pieces of glass on the outside. Oh, that would be shrimp. Yeah. Well, I guess you could call mine well, my lowboy you can technically call a Amano shrimp, bristlenose pleco, lima tank.
Didn't Haley from Oddball Aquatics do something with a lowboy and shrimp?
I'm not sure.
She did I can't remember. I know she's got a massive, like a 50-gallon lowboy. I can't remember what she's got in that. We've got heaps of plants.
Yeah, one day I'll actually do an actual like a video in the basement actually.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm kind of in
You're always
construction now.
talking about your tanks and your setup. Yeah, but that's the sort of stuff you should be recording, you know.
Oh yeah.
Record your process and record your.
Well, I'm still in the planning stages. What I'm doing is rebuilding pretty much all the stands except for the one that you're seeing. Uh-oh, we lost the Dell. No, we didn't. Kind of did. I think you trying to do video is messing up with your sound. So turn your camera off and just do audio. Yeah, maybe that'll help.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, you're not. We can at least hear you.
My phone's probably heating up. My phone's probably heating up.
But yeah, what I did was 2 blocks and then the wood, and then 3 blocks and then another set of wood. I'm rebuilding that whole stand. It's going to be 1 block wood. Is it 3 or 4 blocks and a half block and then the wood?
So Mike's phone died.
Oh, Mike's phone died?
Yeah, I just got a private chat. My phone died, so be back when it charges.
Oh.
In the backstage chat.
Okay, well, so this is now the Adele and Roundhouse Hour. Yeah.
Oh God, that was all. So, hey guys, while you're all in here, anyone who uses Amazon, go and check out Florida Fish Rescue Bus video on their new property. They have a link for their Amazon wish list. Please, please, please go and see if you can afford just something, even something small, just to donate to those guys while they're in their rebuilding phase. Anything would be greatly appreciated. So I'll just do a little plug for Florida Fish Rescue right there.
I would.
Get the Fishman helped out.
But currently, if I go onto Amazon right now, I'm going to buy a bunch of shit for myself.
I went on just before and I bought some screening for the tanks.
In the past 3 days, I've added like 18 things to my wish list.
Oh no, I need to start a wish list, but I'm about to go down to my local fish store, so God help me.
Yeah, it's dangerous. What's really dangerous is I'm going to Aquarium Adventures next week. That place is really freaking dangerous. That's where I bought the lowboy.
Oh, is it? Oh, right.
And that's when I found out the lowboy will fit in the back seat of a 1994 Ford Mustang.
Attention customers waiting for the I-35 Vicinity Ipswich service.
How can
Please be advised that there is a delay in the part of the service due to an incident requiring emergency services at Tower earlier. I-35 Vicinity Ipswich service will now depart from platform 1. I-35 Vicinity Ipswich service will now depart from platform 1.
I know what I can do. Just
Do we know a Sandra Welch? I doubt it. Because I'm about to time her out for doing that whole malware thingy that they've been doing lately.
Oh yeah.
Jeffrey.
I can't even see the chat room.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
can you check the Sandra Welch comment?
Just on stream, yeah, get rid of that.
Okay. I wanted to double check because I'm not familiar with everyone in the fish family. Oh, you're in the trees? Okay.
Yeah. So anyone with that VOI link, just get rid of them.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
I've been getting some interesting comments on my
GCCA show. No, I am not. I've been to a GCC. I used to be part of GCCA. I was at their last show. Actually, yeah, probably their last show before the whole pandemic crap. It was like in May or March or something like that. And I wanted to punch so many people out, it wasn't even funny. It was too crowded. They let entirely too many people into that room.
Yeah.
And I got the bad leg, so I kind of I sway back and forth as I walk because I limp. And I was checked into like 3 or 4 tables. I damn near knocked down a dude's fish.
Oh wow.
Like, I'm not messing with that crap anymore. I remember when they were still at the Wyndham.
It just gets a bit much, doesn't it?
In Itasca. And then they got kicked out because we got too rowdy. We were a rowdy bunch back then. The hotel actually, they've gone there for like the past 15 or 20 years or something. We got a little too rowdy, and they said nope, you can't hold it here anymore. So they kicked them out.
Wow. Well, that's their loss. I mean, that's a massive loss of business for them.
Oh no! Well, see, no, it was kind of warranted. I think the time that they kicked GCC out, there was a lot of damage to the hotel. They got rowdy.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was warranted. It was warranted.
Yeah, that's fair enough then.
It's a bigger venue? I don't know.
I mean,
probably not, because I gotta go out to my pop's house to drive them to the pet shop and stuff to pick up dog food and all that. And so I'm probably not doing 2 trips in 1 week. And not with the gas prices they are now. Plus, I'm still not sure about the car. I still got to get that trust back in the car.
Yeah.
I've only driven it like 4 miles. So. Oh, I'm a little teapot.
No, you're not.
So I decided I'm getting a mixer board.
Oh, really?
I have lasted this damn long online and not gotten crap like this until like this past 2 years. and cameras and microphones and the mixer board's coming now, and it's like, what the hell have I turned into?
35 Mississippi extra service. The late running 35 Mississippi extra service will now be departing from platform 1.
Yeah, I think I shared. I think earlier in the stream I shared the link for Mike's video where he was doing a show around the property and kind of giving an idea of how he wants everything set up. And in the description of that video is the Amazon link for their wish list.
I don't know what gang mod means.
The mod army arrived.
Chewy's asking, do you have an IMAX theater near
no,
you?
Chewy, we don't have IMAX anymore, I think. I don't believe so. We used to have one at South Bank, like in the city, but I don't know if that's still running or not. They kind of went out of style.
See, well, I mean, we have IMAX theaters in like every theater around me, but none of them are real IMAX theaters. Because I was in the IMAX theater in Museum of Science and Industry, and the theater that you go into, you know, that they say it's IMAX is nothing like it. I was always the impression IMAX was a big dome that they had like 18 cameras doing the video on all the different screens to make the 360.
The next business came different
Like
service
the,
from
when you go to the
5 minutes,
the show,
for the late
you
running
kick back in the chairs.
Platform 1 clearance Brisbane City Import Service.
Adele, you're supposed to yell at the conductor dude making the announcements. I'm trying to stream. Pull a Pee Wee Herman. Can y'all be quiet? I'm trying to use the phone.
The other end of the building. Shut up. If I do that,
okay, because like my local AMC, whatever the hell it is, 16 or 30 or 105 or you know whatever that is, has an IMAX theater, and all they claim is it's taller and wider, and it's like, dude, no, IMAX is 360.
So blame those speakers up there.
Put the dude on.
It's good. Cringe, I apologize for the late running of the train this morning. 8:35, which is a first service now on platform 1.
John's telling you to pull the cord.
I know. Pull the cord. What cord?
On the train. The emergency cord.
Yeah, you know why? It's because the spirit of Queensland just pulled up.
Man, screw Queens.
It's actually a good trip. One of them is all the way up to Cairns and the top of Queensland.
You and your damn Canadian trains and buses.
My old roommate from the 80s is the CEO of IMAX. Shut up.
Well, I'm feeling froggy today.
I sure don't want to go anything today. I've got today off and then I'm working 3 days.
You're breaking up again.
No, sorry, I'm working Monday, have Tuesday. I genuinely
Man, is there a fire now?
So
it sounds like a fire alarm.
Work until Tuesday, Wednesday. No. That's we've got like the cardless or ticketless.
Chewy, make a list of people you don't know because it'll be a lot shorter list. Chewy's old roommate. Chewy knows everybody. My old roommate from the 80s. Oh.
He does.
Is I guess currently is the CEO of IMAX.
The next land go airport service at 9:26.
Oh, so I
The
guess they
next
asked
land go airport service at 9:26. Popup for one.
Hey, Chewy, do you know Santa Claus?
You're right, though. I think that would be a shorter list.
Yeah, seriously. If you know, could tell next time you're talking to Santa Claus, tell him I want a pony.
Hello, Petraman. I don't want to bring it on the bike.
Petrament.
There is a song. Oh, sorry. I bought a ticket to go and see one of Australia's most R-rated comedians in February.
Oh.
Yeah. It's going to be cool.
Next land go airport service at 9:26. Popup for
Jesus.
one.
My ears are, my eyeballs are bleeding.
At 9:26. Popup for one.
I'm about to get on the bus. Calm down.
Jesus, hurry up.
I guess my earpods really are that good.
Yeah. Wow. Dude, my dog's earballs are bleeding, in fact. And I have headphones on.
Oh.
Seriously, no. When the voice started, I saw him lift his head up and look at me.
Okay, well, it should be somewhat quieter.
So, I have a question for Chewy. The sound mixer board thingies for the microphones. Is there a name to designate USB versus an audio jack? Because I prefer an audio jack. I don't want USB crap. And I can't really tell, as I was looking on Amazon, I didn't really tell.
I'm sorry, guys.
If it's which one or one or the other. Why are you sorry?
For the noise. I don't know when they're gonna announce.
Well, I mean, we listen to you normally, so what's the deal? What's the big deal? Yeah, 1/8 inch jack. Well, it could be the 1/4 inch jack because I got an adapter, so it doesn't matter. I just wanted it the jack and not USB. But I don't see a designation when I'm looking at units. I don't, it doesn't say which one or the other.
So IMAX is in the cinema.
Yeah, the chain, not just an individual store or location.
I mean, I went to IMAX like once. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've only been to a real IMAX once,
why,
and like I said, that was Museum of Science Industry, and it was I can't remember what it was, but it was a movie about the space shuttle, and it was awesome because it was it was 360.
Oh, that's cool.
They had I want to say when they first opened, it was 8 or 9 projectors that would be running.
That's awesome. Sounds like it's late. It's 6. Well, it's early. Well, it's almost 9.
Oh, it's not even 5 o'clock here.
T-Banks, you should know what IMAX is. We had IMAX here, and you should have one on the Gold Coast. Or had one of those. It was a chain of movie theaters that promoted like a better experience, like a more high definition, etc., experience. Bigger screens, cushier chairs.
Yeah, because I want to say IMAX film is 120. It's not 85 millimeter, or it's not 35 millimeter like normal, theater movies were. It was like 120 millimeter or something like that.
I thought it was all digital.
No, because I remember they had the big machine, and because it was like one of the first IMAXs. So the projector room was in glass, and you saw all the film on the wheels and stuff.
Shows how old
It
it was a great show called Popup Express, but it's touring. It was in Indonesia in 2019. Oh.
When you're sitting on the bus or the train and you're just talking to your phone, do people look at you like you're a complete crazy person?
No, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I can
I
put
was
my
just
phone in my
checking.
pocket and just be talking.
Crazy lady talking to herself.
No, you see
Good.
people with like the earpods in and they have their hair over their ears, so you can't actually see their pods. So it looks like they're talking to themselves and they do it crazy.
At least, good thing you don't have a cat with you.
What was that?
I said, good thing you don't have a cat with you. Got a cat talking to yourself on the bus. Crazy cat lady.
I used to do that in Melbourne. I've got the stroller for my cat. I used to take it everywhere down in Melbourne.
Oh my God! You
She
did
loves
not
it.
just say you put your cat in a stroller.
Yeah.
You're a
She
freak.
gets to go places.
No. I don't. That's disturbingly like craziness.
I take her to the park and stuff. She loves it. Well, okay, so when I was on my fitness kick, I'd go walking and I'd walk like 7.5 kilometers, so about 5 miles. And I used to take her with me. So I'd load everything in the bottom of her stroller, like all my water bottles and stuff. And I'd take her with me. She loved it.
Hey, look!
You can call me crazy all you want. I don't care.
You can kind of see the little baby swimming around in the Pelico tank. I just noticed that.
Which tank?
The upper left.
Oh yeah.
Little white dot right in the fork of the driftwood. Straight up above the launch
and
section.
there's one a bit further up near the plant.
Yep. Oh, they're all over that tank. It's crazy. I didn't know they had that many babies. Holy crap.
Well, you know what that means. You're doing a good job with them.
I don't know what I was doing. That's the problem. Because I mean, the what happened was I had the Acaras. I transferred the Acaras into that tank. Or wait, I transferred the Manganos out. I put the Manganos in. They were in for like a week or so, and they ended up going crazy and slicing themselves up on the rock. All three of them were dead in one night. So I took those out, and nothing's been happening with the tank really. And then all I see is, like a day later, I see the babies.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm not at the airport, Petra.
She on a bus.
So we're about to go to leave in like a minute.
Oh, not all of them. I gotta, dude. The amount of money I'm gonna be spending on fish, next is gonna be. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about it. I got 220 highs, a 37, and 220 longs that are empty. I got a 29 to set up yet, and I got a 20 long to buy and set up. Actually, I'm not doing the 20 long yet because depending on the stand, I might be switching all the 20 longs to 29s. I might be upgrading all the 20 long. The once I redo the stand, that's the point of redoing the stand. To get 29s to fit in both the top and the bottom. So pretty much I'm lowering the stand by one block.
Hello, Paul McCarthy.
And then I'm putting
we've taken over for Florida Fish Rescue.
Yeah. I'm going to be using I'll be using, I think it's 2 blocks. No, it is 3 blocks. And so it's going to be the same as the 55 you're looking at. The 3 full blocks and then a half block to the next shelf. And then, those will be 29s also. No, and then I'll get rid of all the 20 longs. So eventually I'll have a good amount of 20 longs to get rid of.
It's like you've been talking about the upgrade for 8 months now.
Yeah, and the fact is you couldn't get the blocks. The blocks are just now starting to come back on the market. The blocks that I could find looked like crap.
Oh, that's the other side of it, I suppose. Like, you need to be motivated to do what you need to do.
Same with the wood.
The other part of it is like product availability.
Yeah.
So you've got to have all of your materials available.
I'm also going to be redoing the lowboy stand, making it another. I think it's another foot wide.
Yeah.
Because my plan was to move the 40 gallon because it's on end underneath the lowboy. I wanted to move it, to long ways, like a normal tank would be, and I'd have to extend it.
Yeah.
Got to get new boards and all that. Break both tanks down, take them down.
Asking how many tanks you currently have set up.
With fishing it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11. 12. Let's call it 12 because the 12th one is the scud tank. It's a dedicated scud tank. Hey, what's up?
What's up? All right, my phone is charging, kind of. It was on the charger, but the charger wasn't properly plugged in. So
yeah, you know how boring it was to talking to Adele this whole time? Jeez.
Oh, wow. So not true. Adele is so exciting.
Wait, I can. Wait.
I can see that.
Right.
No, I know what she's doing. I know what she's doing. She's giving me the finger, so I'm number one.
Print the logo so she can flip you off. Appreciate that.
The .tech link. Any mods in the chat?
Actually, Adele should just simply have a middle finger as her logo.
Yeah.
With a purple feather.
With a purple feather.
She gave me 2 middle fingers the other day, so I said I'm number 11.
Wow, so you got upgraded.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'll tell you what. So, of all the things about the new place we're moving to, the fact that there is no freaking traffic is
exciting.
Like my number 1 favorite thing.
That's almost worth moving.
That's awesome.
I despise the traffic in the city. It's been so we've got I think the news said 100,000 people a month moving into this place.
Wow.
And the streets, you can tell, it's crazy.
Well, plus we're in tourist season. plus holiday
Wait,
tourists.
hang on. I need to wrap my head around that. 100,000 people moving there a month.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
That's
the state
a
of Florida.
lot. Like, that is.
Yep.
That is
Dude,
a
everyone's
lot.
moving to Florida.
Like, wow.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the streets are just like that. So there's all this construction on the streets now. Oh, you crazy bastard!
Hey, watch your mouth.
Crazy driver.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, there's all this construction on the streets because the streets aren't wide enough to manage the traffic that keeps growing. Oh, hello, Black Cat. Stay over there. Thank you.
And you know what's going to happen? All these people that are moving in, the first hurricane, they're all going to be saying, "Oh, woe is me, woe is me." You know
Right?
what?
Absolutely.
No.
They're all going to be whining and freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. And then they're going to be, "Oh, we need help." No,
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
You move there.
Yeah, no, do your research before you move.
Yeah.
Don't just listen
Well,
to.
that's right. Yeah.
Never mind, I'm not getting it.
Well, yeah, and they're all trying to move to the coastal areas too. So you're right. It's
Oh,
going to be even worse.
Yeah. I like the one guy who was on TV. Yeah, I've been through 15 hurricanes. Like, Jesus Christ, move then.
Right? Right? Yeah, you'd think it'd at least change where your house is.
Well, but
Yeah.
you can't necessarily afford to. You know, I mean, moving is expensive.
You know what? I'm going to build my house on the side of a volcano and then bitch, moan, and complain when it blows up.
Actually,
Yep.
our uncle did that.
Yep.
Why?
My Uncle Steve actually does.
My luck, I'll be on the wrong face of the mountain and it'll be a Mount St. Helens. I won't be able to complain.
But he's
Next thing you
he's
know,
had that
there's a
property
video.
there for the last 50 years. So
Next thing you know, Roundhouse uploads a video. My house got covered in lava.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe it. The mountain exploded and my house landed in a better neighborhood.
Oh, God, you guys are back.
all right, I'm going to switch the logo for a minute and get in the house and see what I got to do.
Yep.
Alright,
Okay.
time for me to go shopping.
You're not going to die. Oh, my
So
phone's still
I'll-
going to try and die.
A Royal Hudson,
Royal Hudson.
as in the 464 steam locomotive? Yes. I got 2 more swordtails out of the 55. I only got 2 left to go.
Oh, really?
You did what? Who?
I'm pulling all the swordtail fish out of the 55 gallon with the Angels.
Oh, yeah.
And
Why?
I'm replacing them with humpback lemurs.
With what?
Humpback lemurs.
I don't even know what that is. What the hell is that?
It's another live bear fish.
Okay.
Really, you don't, man. I'll have to do. Then I will have to do the low boy sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. That's a.
Yes, please, because I don't know what they are either.
Okay, it's
Oh
not
my
going to be the
God,
best
guys.
picture, but I'm going down and switching the camera. I'll be right back.
It's gonna get loud for a second. I'm going in, and the puppies are pissed that we've been gone.
Because
Hi, guys.
I'm not
Hi,
about
guys.
to go walking up and down the stairs like 8 times to get it right. So it's going to be a first shot, and it's
Speaking of
done.
which,
Okay.
I'm gonna jump down. I've got to go. But
Oh, you're gonna leave me all alone again?
yeah,
Bastard.
I'm leaving you with Roundhouse this time. You poor bastard.
Well, thanks for hanging out, Adele. I appreciate it.
That's okay, Mike. It's great to see you.
We are glad to be coming back. I mean, we're not quite back yet, but we're in the
And
process.
it's going to be a process, but it is. It's going to be a process, but you guys are going to be okay, and you've got the fish fan backing you.
That is so cool.
We got you.
I love you guys. I really do. You guys are all the freaking best. And yeah, I mean the place. It's actually going to be fun watching it evolve too. Like I have built places up and built things up in
Definitely.
the past. But to be able to put it on.
What I see is like bare bones. So you guys are starting from the ground up, and you have like this fantastic opportunity to make that property exactly the way you want it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's going to be all you.
And It is going to be really cool. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take. I know that my initial plans are
it doesn't matter how long it's going to
minimal.
take.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we have forever. The property's going to be there forever. So it's
yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, Mike. All right, Roundhouse, you look after those guys. All right, I'm out. See you later. Bye, Mike. Bye, Heather. Bye, Liz.
Okay. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hold on. I'm going to ask Sam to come up on stream.
Yeah, we need some help to bring stuff in.
I hope that's good. That's good enough. So those are humpback lemurs.
Okay, hold on. I can't. Hold on. See, because I got a thing in my way. Let me. I'm going to make you bigger.
Blue little. Go ahead, blue little pill me.
I'm trying. Solo. Okay, so those are humpback lemurs.
Yeah.
They don't look like anything other than a Daniel.
They're like a Molly.
They're like a Molly. Okay.
Yeah. But the males actually every once in a while. I do have a few adult males. They don't get a hump until they get adult.
Okay. What do they look like when they get a hump? Find me one with a hump, man.
Probably twice as tall.
Okay.
It's a taller body all the way around.
Okay.
There's like 800 fish in this tank. Seriously.
Right.
They're everywhere.
They're cool. They just look
there
like
was
fish
one.
at the moment.
There was one that was just in the front.
Hey, Sam, go to YouTube, find this stream, click on the link at the top that says join stream and come on up. You have to do it on YouTube, though, Sam. You can't do it on Facebook. One of the clownfish didn't make it, huh, buddy? I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay, I found the one tank that this camera doesn't work good on, and that's this one.
It looks good to me. What are you talking about?
Well, it's too deep. It's trying to focus on the fish in the back, and then there's a male right there in front, all blurry.
Oh yeah, okay.
It was a taller. That's getting to be another male too.
That guy that just went under the rock there a second ago?
Yeah, the one that went off to the left of the screen towards the plant.
I saw that guy too. Yeah, but he just dipped. But
yeah, they're quick fish. That and because it's a low boy, I got to have the camera so close to it. Right. It's only a 10-inch tank.
Right.
That's the only problem with the low boy. Is it sucks for video.
Chewy. Hi, Chewy. How are you, man?
Hey.
Chewy.
Yeah.
It is good to see you, brother.
Yeah.
Well, not see you, as it were.
Well, here presently.
Be aware that you exist. Yes, and see
that. I've always wondered this. Is your picture like a star map where it's showing the different blue stars and red stars and stuff like that?
What? What's the running? There's a couple little items.
Your lack of picture or whatever.
It was the only thing that said asylum in it, right? But if you're going to be a real lunatic, right? You got
Motor City. What's up?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you've heard of a Royal Hudson, then.
Heard of what?
Yeah, that was a Canadian train. Canadian National. Yeah.
No, it was Canadian Pacific Railway.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Pacific.
And the train was built, and the last 5 made were designed for the King of England at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And that IMAX special features the last run of that train. Isn't that it?
Roll up to my long comment at 04. Nope, I can't get that far, Steph. It quits.
Hold on. At 04. Someone read this to Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
I additioned to the ranch sign over the drive. Okay. I will read it verbatim. I addition to the ranch sign over the driveway. Out a sign near the walk-up entrance to the tanks / pools that say Fishy Wonderland.
Oh yeah, well that's exactly what the sign is going to say. The ranch sign is actually going to say Fishy Wonderland on it. That's the plan. And then
cool.
we're going to get some of those Florida Fish Rescue feather flags because I have feather flag poles because there was a period in time that we were doing some business with feather flag sale online. They're one of our clients, so they sent us some poles. So I have the poles already. All I have to do is spend the $14 per flag to get the flags shipped. So
I just had an idea. Get Vinny to make you a LED or a light up sign.
Yeah, he said he would too, and then he just never got back to me. So I'm going to have to get on him and.
Oh well, see, you got to whip him.
Yeah, well, that's true. Actually, probably if I sent him some art, it would get him started too. I didn't send him the art that he asked for, and I told him I told him I would, but then he needed it in a different size than I had, and that meant I had to go back to the drawing board and resize it. I just didn't. So mostly my fault.
Damn it, Bobby! What the hell?
We just picked up 2 Colombian sharks. They're super cheap and they're freaking amazing in a brackish tank because our main in the house tank is a brackish puffer tank. It's a 90-gallon, and Heather's favorite puffers are in it. So, but it's really, with just the puffers in it, it was kind of boring. And so we added a bunch of black mollies that came in on a rescue at one point, and so they kind of made it a little more interesting. And then we picked up these 2 Colombian sharks they're just catfish, but they're really cool. They're shiny and they move around like sharks, and it's fun. So the brackish tank has got a facelift.
That would go really well in that tank. Have you ever heard of a dragon goby?
Yeah, we had one, and he lodged himself in a decoration, couldn't get out, grew too big in the decoration, and died because he couldn't get out and eat. He was super cool. He's they also call him violet gobies, but we lost him and couldn't freaking find him, and it wasn't until I cracked open the freaking decoration that I realized he had gotten himself stuck in there.
Are gobies like stupid fish like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Generally speaking, they are. Especially when
are they stupid people like that?
The thing about a dragon goby is that it's not like your typical small goby. It's a rather big goby.
Okay.
Yeah, he was about 6.5 inches.
It's a long fish. Okay, like it's sort of like an oarfish in the sea.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's a long fish with like a dragon head on it, and it's very cool. But they grow rather big, and they like to hide in spots. But they're so stupid when they get bigger that they don't think that they're too big for the spot, and so that's how they knock themselves out. Okay.
So
they are super cool.
I will now call them the Dalmatian dogs of the sea.
No.
Dalmatian dogs of the sea. Hey, Sam, click this link.
But they are a cool goby, man. Add a little bit more salt in water, and you get into some really interesting fish.
Oh, you have 4 of those? Yeah, they go between blackfin shark and Colombian shark. Though they're not real blackfin sharks because we have those here and they're saltwater.
I thought those were black tip sharks.
Oh, black tip sharks. That's correct. That is correct.
Yep.
Wow. Well done, Roundhouse.
Dun, 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 dun. I stayed in the Holiday Inn last night. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta let the puppies in.
Crazy.
Things could go bad. We'll see.
Let the mayhem commence.
They've been locked out for the last like 8 minutes, and they're gonna lose their little minds. Well, there's
Thursday.
And the
All right, now they're in.
dragon is more of a lower water fish, like most scobies, eh?
Oh, no.
Scobies like the lower.
Damn.
What was that?
I see that. You okay?
I remember bala sharks from back in the day. Those things.
Yeah, we got in a couple of bala sharks a couple of weeks ago. But I had a weird tank thing go on. I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, and I had a couple of fish, Australian rainbows, those glow barbs, and what else was it? Glow barbs. Oh, and black striped neons, and the last of the bala sharks. Something in that tank made them really, really bad. Like made them gasping and not able to breathe, and I don't know, screwed them up. So I lost a bala shark, and I lost a couple of rainbow sharks, and we still don't know what it was. Like every other fish in the tank was perfectly fine, but the bala shark and the 2 rainbows didn't make it. And then the neon, the black striped neons, and the glow fish, the glow barbs, I had to take them out and put them in a different tank, and they're fine. But everything else in the tank is fine. So what would affect just those 4 kinds of fish and none of the other fish? So nobody knows. Nobody has an answer.
That would be a Chewy thing.
What?
Were the species
Hi,
again?
Sam. You're on the wrong spot.
What were the species again?
Thank you for the dead fish. I see that.
What were the species?
Are you coming up on stream, or are you going to sit there and bother me on that thing? It will let you join. So join. You got a Google account, right?
Huh?
He's talking to someone on the phone real quick.
I am. It's weird. Anyway.
He's talking, Chewy, he's talking to someone in chat on the phone.
Isn't that weird?
That's almost as bad as my mom calling my dad when she's in her bedroom and he's in the front room.
No, it's even better than that. He called me on video chat on Liz's phone. So he's video chatting me on Liz's phone rather than coming up on stream because he can't figure out his Google account. Sam is hilarious. Sam is an absolute gas. He's freaking funny as hell, but stuff like that happens.
Damn technology. When did technology lose its way? It's supposed to make things easier, not harder.
Yeah, you would think, but it doesn't always work that way.
Go home, technology. You got drunk.
But I really wish somebody could come up with a reason why a subset of fish, particularly those 4 types of fish, had problem in water that every other fish was perfectly fine in. I don't understand. It's very strange.
I wonder, could it be like a cory cat thing? You know how the cory cats give off that poison? Oh.
There are a lot of cories in there. I mean, a lot of cories in there.
Because isn't that why you got to package them separately? Because they give off the poison and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, they're in a 150-gallon tank. There's like 12 cories in there, and nothing else got affected. The tire track eels were fine. The regular neons were fine. All the guppies and mollies were fine. The freaking danios were fine. Like everything was fine except for these Australian rainbows, which were big fish. I mean, we're talking 3-inch rainbows. They weren't little guys. These the glow tetras, the black stripe neons, and the bala sharks. Just those 4 fish, and they were gasping like they couldn't fucking breathe, like they were going to die at any moment. And I had to pull them all out and throw them in the other pool or in the other tub, and they were perfectly fine. And all the other fish in there, I mean, there's clown loaches in there. There's, I mean, the list goes on. There's all sorts of fish in there. There's butterflies in there. There's all sorts of stuff. And they were all perfectly fine, except for those particular 4 breeds. And I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know what would affect them that wouldn't affect everybody else. Like there isn't, you know, I was thinking that maybe it was the non-salt tolerant fish, except there's no salt in there at all, other than none. There is none. So that's a stupid concept. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't figure it out.
Well, it would have to do with respiratory.
Yeah.
All 4 of them are very high oxygenated kind of fish.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe there's a low level of oxygen in the tank. The other species that you mentioned,
I mean, I guess, but like
not really high need the oxygen level that those other 4 species do need.
right.
Balas come from big river systems. Like in the wild, they grow to 3 feet long.
IHSP is saying nitrate with an A sensitivity.
I mean, possibly, but it's possible. It's possible. I really like, but I've never seen. Well, no, I have seen fish gasp if there's a high concentrated nitrate.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You know what I think it was? I think it was just like a species war in your fish tank.
Thing, but maybe it hadn't taken yet. I don't know.
Yeah. Because, well, besides the rainbows, they're I'm pretty sure they're all in the same family. Because I remember the bala shark used to be considered in the tetra family. Used to be in the same family as the tetras were in.
Uh-oh. Did I drop?
No, you're here.
Oh, okay. All right, maybe, yeah. So the one thing, so that tank has, it's really well filtered. It's got an 80-gallon sump on it and 2 sponge filters, but it does not have a flow, you know, a wave maker in it. I wonder if maybe that's the thing. Maybe they need more
surface agitation.
Surface agitation.
What I'm talking about is air exchange, because that's why they're gasping at the top. And all 4 of those species are like from higher oxygenated water than the other fish.
That makes sense, Chewy. That does. That makes a lot of sense.
Drop a couple air lines into it and see if that helps.
Well, I mean, it has two sponge filters in it that are blowing pretty good bubbles, but there's no current. There's not a wave maker in there.
Yeah, balas like to swim against a current.
They do too. You're absolutely right. They do. I wonder. Chewy. That's a good thought.
I think we just can't. I think we just figured that one out.
Yeah, that might very well be it. I mean, listen, they've been in there just fine for the last 8-9 months, but
so do Australian rainbows.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They come from fast-moving rivers in Australia.
I bet you're right, Chewy. I bet that's it. I bet there's not enough freaking current in the system.
Come on. Has he ever been wrong?
Very rarely.
Exactly.
Very rarely.
This guy, honestly, he's like the living benches aquarium.
Right.
Tribal guy.
I spent enough time with them.
Yeah.
Oh, we got new fish in. Oh, time to learn about this fish.
Hey, are we running somebody over? I think we are. We're up to. We're down to like 6 viewers. So somebody else must have come up that's got stuff going on.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We thought that you knew about that train, but there is one in the States.
Hey, Chewy, you're really far away from your microphone or something. I'm straining to hear you.
I am very far away from my microphone.
Oh, well, that explains why I'm straining to hear you.
I think you can. For you, there's a way to turn him up.
Is there?
The volume, yeah.
Yeah.
Under the 3 dots, there's something in the volume or something like that. You can turn him up.
Yeah, there is. There is a thing.
And it's too loud, so you know what I mean? Like I stayed like about 3 feet away.
I damn near sit right next to my mic, but I talk to it. It gets a side sound because I face the monitor, but the mic is on my side. So
right. Well, I'm sitting on my phone, so I'm pretty much on top of it.
Yeah, you're right on top of it.
That did help a little. I did just turn your mic volume up a little bit, and it helped a little.
This is me.
That'll be $59.95, Mike.
Thanks, Roundhouse.
For the tech support.
I liked it. Oh, Rocco's going on right now? All right, I really don't want to overrun Rocco. I should probably go over and hop into his stream.
Yep. Have fun,
guys,
y'all.
Thank you so much for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. This was just a pop-up stream. I really didn't intend for it to go for 2 hours. I actually meant for it to go for, well, maybe 2 hours if I was sitting in Walmart parking lot that long. But so, all right, guys, thank you for hanging out. I love you all. We will see you on the flip side. Bye.